Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Alright, so Golden Boy and his rumors, I think Golden Boy also spoke on it, that they willing to put, Jaime Munguía in the ring with Dmitry Bivol now. And to me, it just seemed like the Zone doing everything possible to keep, and not just Eddie Hearn, but now look like Golden Boy, the Zone, everybody, they doing everything possible to keep Dmitry Bivol from fighting Arthur Beterbiev. And I told y'all that was the case. And they can say whatever they want to say. They'll talk about how Al Heyman don't make the best fights, and how Bob Arum don't want to do this, but they no different from nobody else. You going out there trying to steer this man away from fighting Arthur Beterbiev. And I understand Munguía sell tickets, and I ain't mad at him fighting Canelo, Ramirez, and then going into Munguía, he gonna be the new Mexicution. And I walk out with Manny Pacquiao. Fuck it. And I understand that, but that's not what's best, for the boxing fans, what the boxing fans want. But, at the end of the day, the powers that be want to pay Bivol a lot of money to beat up on Mexicans. It is what it is. And he will be Jaime Munguía. 68, 75. If y'all believe it's, it's the Canelo protection plan or whatever the situation may be, I don't know what it is. Throwing Buatsi in there, they know what's up, and I know what's up, and Bivol believe in himself, and I think Bivol believe he can win, but then again, it also, his own duty to keep that belt on the side of the street, and they know the risks of going to get the other belts from Beterbiev, especially now that Bob Arum changing his tune, say he won't get in the way. The risks outweigh the reward. So, if Anthony Yarde win that fight versus Beterbiev, which I don't think is out the realm of possibility. He 37, about to be 38 years old or whatever it is. Watch how quickly they willing to make, that fight with Bivol. Watch. Even if it is Frank Warren. And then watch how quickly they willing to make that fight. I'm not saying Yarde would be, quick to make that fight. They probably more likely to do the Buatsi fight first. Watch how quick they willing to do that fight. But I don't get it from Munguía. I heard Triple G ultimately said he wasn't interested in fighting Munguía. That's the report that I read. I'm not saying it's true or false, but I'm going to go ahead and take it for what it is. And, they tried to fight Charlo. I don't understand why you wouldn't fight Janabek. I understand Janabek don't bring nothing but a title, but that'll make the Jaime a two-time title holder in two different weight classes. So you hear Charlo could fight, Canelo Alvarez. You hear the rumors and stuff out there, or whatever it could be. Shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I just don't understand for that. I'd rather see Jaime and Janabek. Jaime and Eubanks if you get past Liam Smith, but Jaime need to be trying to get a belt at 60. He a growing man, He can probably find himself completely out of the weight class in a minute. That's probably where he's gonna find himself, completely grown off the weight class. So, but like I said before, they always do what's best for the interests of their company, and nobody's doing the best thing. How the NFL, how they say, to protect the shield. You know what I'm saying? And NBA to protect the logo, the integrity of basketball. It's the same thing with hockey to protect the NHL. Nobody is doing. That's why Teddy Atlas for years said that they need, a federation or something like that. Nobody is doing anything to protect the integrity of boxing. And boxing is falling, and it's going to hit rock bottom pretty soon. It's in a worse way, and nothing good about it. They can say the fighters making more money than they ever made before. That ain't saying much. You ain't making what a lot of these dudes ain't making what the 6th or 7th or 12th man off the bench for the San Antonio Spurs is making. And he ain't gotta put his body, his life on the line every time he's sparring and stepping into the ring. So, but to me it makes no sense. Munguía need to be trying to capture a belt at 60, but everybody want to just make moves to protect their side of the company. They want to make moves to protect their financial interests, And at the end of the day, y'all, like I said on a lot of that, they protecting. You know, a lot of times y'all protecting nothing. Y'all walking around with an AK-47 with $100 on y'all. But you got an AK-47 and you got to walk around. You better have something. You better have a precious Rolex or some precious metals or, you know, $50,000, $100,000, millions of dollars. But they walking around, you know, with heavy artillery and protecting something that don't need to be protected. You can't scheme around big fights. You can't. And it's just like every fight they try to make with some of these dudes that they protecting, you know, they just trying to find a way to a big fight and cash out. That's it. Instead of going ahead and fighting the guys they need to fight, getting better, and then building up to those fights. But I don't understand Bivol and Munguía. From the zone standpoint of view, I can understand it. But if, you know, Bivol didn't become a superstar after beating Canelo Alvarez, like I said, I don't understand the risk with jumping in there with putting Canelo back in there with Bivol again. I don't understand that risk. I don't understand from their standpoint of view. I don't understand that risk. Other than that, what else? You know, what else? You know, I don't understand Munguía and Munguía and Bivol. I mean, Munguía and Bivol, that don't make no sense. Why, if you gonna risk some shit like that, throw Munguía in the winner of Caleb Plant and Benavidez. But then again, they want to keep all the money on one side of the street. So at the end of the day, man, the zone ain't gonna get everybody. We could talk shit about Al Haymon all day, and Al Haymon get the flack because he the #1 in the sport right now. He got the baton. He got all the fighters. But before Bob Arum, we got on. I mean, before Al Haymon, we got on Bob Arum. You know, and Al Haymon is the leader of the new school right now, and you know, that's why he get the flack that he get from me. You had all the potential to be and the right idea to be the man in boxing, to bring boxing back to relevance and, you know, make it prevalent. And there's no better time to make these fights right now because it's not one sport dominating like it was. Even the NFL, that was the king of USA sports, it doesn't dominate in the ratings like it once did before the Kaepernick situation. It's a perfect time. Hockey is starting to ascend again. It's taking full advantage of its second chance. And boxing should be taking full advantage of the chance that it got. Full advantage. It's in a great position to do that, but y'all keep going out y'all way, giving us fights that nobody asked for, and then wonder why they don't sell. Just do the right thing. Put these dudes in the fights that people want to see, and if they succeed, they succeed. There's only so much protection you can do. If they lose and it's meant to be and they strong enough to bounce back and get it. But Bivol said, I want to fight better be at. Why stop it? Why stop at the risk of Canelo to getting his ass whooped again? Why sacrifice Munguía? You did all that protecting Munguía to sacrifice him versus Dmitry Bivol? For what? At least like sacrificing versus Benavidez Plant. Shit. You know, but hey, I guess, you know, y'all, you know, them and Showtime couldn't come to agreement. It's an issue. So, you know, I guess that's what it could be, but this don't make no sense, bro. This don't make absolutely no sense in the grand scheme of nothing. Only sense it make that the zone is just trying to prevent Bivol from getting in the ring with better be in. That's all it is. And the zone, I mean, a lot of these companies not gonna continue to be wrong in that capacity. They're not. Boxing is literally going to pay per view. That's what it's going to. You paying per fight. It's going to paying per fight. And you can make a case that Plant Benavidez shouldn't be on pay-per-view. You can make that case. Lomachenko and Haney, why is it on pay-per-view? Keith and Earl Spence, why is it on pay-per-view? Tank and Ryan Garcia, why is it on pay-per-view? Ryan has never been on pay-per-view before, and Tank has had no success on pay-per-view. No history of success. They're probably going to try to make y'all pay for Munguía and Bivol. Wouldn't surprise. Other than your DAZN subscription, wouldn't surprise me. You know? And maybe it's a totally different experience being on the West Coast in boxing. And maybe y'all got a totally different perspective than what I have of boxing. That could be totally true. But I don't think people care like they, you know, like they want them to, but it makes no sense to put this fight on. Maybe I'm tripping. If it's at 68, cool. I think Bivol makes 68. I don't think Munguía polished enough. You got a better chance beating up Charlo Plant or Benavidez, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And that subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me over from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole 9. Link tree, the first link in the description. Peace.